Now we are going to do this problem, multiplying a decimal fraction by a decimal fraction. Here we have on our paper 37 and 64 hundredths multiplied by 63 hundredths. I've written it vertically. I've written the same problem vertically because in this case we are going to write our partial products. Now this is our problem laid out on a decimal checkerboard. So we have 3 tenths, 7 units, 3 on the tenths, 7 on the category where it's supposed to be. Same thing with the tenth and hundredths. So this is 37 and 64 hundredths. Multiply that by 63 hundredths. So we have our 6 tenths and 3 hundredths. So let's go ahead and do our operation. We isolate 3 hundredths. So we do 4 hundredths multiplied by 3 hundredths. That's 4 times 3. 6 times 3. Now I'm done multiplying by the hundredths. I have my first partial product. Let's do the exchange. This is 4, this is 12. 18, 19, 14, 21, 22. So we are done with the exchanging, and we have, I'll write my first partial product. In a hundredth place, we have 2. A tenth place, we have 9. And then we have 2. Then we have 1 and 1. In multiplying by our hundredths, we have our first partial product right here on the board. And I've written that out. 37 and 64 hundredths multiplied by 63 hundredths. We multiplied by the 3 hundredths, multiplied our multiplicand by 3 hundredths, and this is our first partial product, which I've written out here. Next, we are going to isolate our tenth. We are now going to multiply our multiplicand by 6 tenths. 4 times 6, that is 24. You can see right here, 4 taken 6 times, 4 taken 6 times, 6 taken 6 times, we have 6 taken 6 times, 7 taken 6 times, 7 taken 6 times, 3 taken 6 times, 3 taken 6 times, 'So now let's exchange our bits. So we have 4 taken 6 times here. So let's exchange our beads in order to get just a bead in each of these squares. Remember, we are trying to get our second partial product. So this is 24. Let's continue. Let's exchange the beads here. So right here we have our second partial product, which are written here. Remember, this is the 10th. So this is in the 10th position. 4, 8, 5, 2, 2. So the next thing is to add my 2 partial products together in order to get the final product. We can also add the partial products on the board to get the final product. Do this. Turns here. So let's do our exchange. We have just 1 bead here, 1 bead bar, that's fine. 9 plus 4, 13. So we have written our second partial product and adding the 2 partial products. This is our final product. Now the next thing is to figure out where we are going to put our decimal point in our final product. You now look at the multiplicand, 37 and 6400. That is almost 40. Our multiplier says 6300. That is a bit more than half. So where do you think would be a logical place for the decimal point? Our answer should be a bit more than half of 40. I'm sure you can figure that out. So for our answer to be a bit more than half of 40, we should figure it out that the decimal point should be about here, and that will make us have 23. So we are having 23 and 7,132 10,000th. That is logical, isn't it? Because we are now having a final answer which is just a bit more than 23. And we started out with 37 and 64. Took that 6300th times. And this is a logical place for the decimal point. Now let's look at our board here. For us to have our answer that will be 23 and 7,132, we need to make some adjustments here. Remember, this is our 100th position. We can also bring our 100th position this way. This can also be our 100th position. This can be our 10th. This can be our unit. This can be our tens. So if we do that, then our 2 will now come here, and then our 3 will be here, and then our 7 will be here, 1 will be here. So finally we can see that multiplying 37 and 6400th by 6300th will give us 23 and 132 10,000th, which is what we have here. So you can do this by yourself, multiplying a whole number by a whole number on this decimal checkerboard, or you can use the other checkerboard.